the back. There's another car about cars are all over the place again.
Ryan Newman in the 12 car. Dave Blaney in the 77 as well.
And they're racing back to the caution.
And this could be the race.
And here comes Sterling making a run.
They'll come to the flag with 3 to go. Michael Waltrip leading them home. Rusty Wallace looking for his first Daytona win. Here they come to the caution flag.
And this could be the race. I don't know there'd be enough time to throw a red flag. As we have 3 laps to go. Caution flies.
With 3 laps to go in the 2002 Pepsi 400, Michael Waltrip would come across the line and end up ending the race under caution, taking home the victory. Dale Jr. tried to make some late race moves on the racetrack and unfortunately came up short and did not win the race. But as Junior Nation is and always will be, they will stand behind their driver and will show NASCAR when they are displeased. They were. Down the backstretch on the cool down lap, every single fan, it felt like, was throwing everything from sheet cushions to cans to who knows what all over the racetrack. Michael Waltrip even had to drive below the yellow line to avoid all the debris.
15 years, and man, it took my dad to show me what a half-inch wrench was. I didn't know nothing. And my dad, I tell you, all of him and Dick McCabe and Kelly Moore back home for giving me the chance to do this. And Teresa and Ty and Steve Meal and Richie Gilmore and Michael Waltrip. You know, I mean, a lot of people didn't believe in Michael, and I did. I left a good team to come work for DI and Michael, and man, it's just an awesome feeling.
Slugger, how have you guys turned this team around?
It's hard work, man. We cut everybody off over the winter. We totally restructured the whole 15 team.
This is something I never knew existed. Over 20 years ago, Brendan Gaughan, who unfortunately lost the Truck Series Championship in 2003 in an extremely disappointing way, had SpongeBob in his race car. Yes, you heard that right. He had a SpongeBob inflatable in the passenger seat of his race car. There are certain angles of cameras that you can see when he's driving that you're able to barely see him. I'm going to throw a photo up on screen and you're easily able to tell that he is sitting right in the race car next to Brendan Gaughan. Unfortunately for SpongeBob and Brendan Gaughan, they would lose the championship after being wrecked out on the front stretch in an unfortunate way.
I'm glad you're okay if you are, and other than that, I do not know what to say.
Neither do I, Barry. Pretty calm most of the time. We had a Dodge that could win the championship, and Jimmy Smith can kiss my ass.
There you have it. I really feel bad for you.
That's right.
And look at changing lane. And Attato almost got into Logano and holding up Austin Wayne Self. Meanwhile, Colby Howard in the 91 comes by.
Is he going to turn him?
They're stuck.
Damper brakes, swerve it, bet you can.
They're literally stuck.
They are stuck together. I've never seen that.
I don't think I've ever seen that either. Wow. They're just parked over there in turn 2 at this point.
And the caution is out. Well, just when you say I've seen it all. Right. You see something new.
That's when the cookie sticks to the pan. And you're like, man, how'd this happen?
That's incredible.
This is definitely incredible, Michael Waltrip. And he was right. I have never seen 2 trucks get stuck together, let alone even 2 race cars get stuck together because of roll bars. This was one of the wackiest races because it was Bristol, it was on dirt, and you had this calamity on the backstretch between Matt DiBenedetto and Austin Wayne Self. They had to red flag the race and try to remove these 2 trucks from being stuck together. It was just comedy for a Truck Series race. As you can see, nobody knew what they were really trying to do, and it was hilarious to watch them try to unstuck these trucks.
And everyone catching their breath. There is the 14 of Boyer. He is high-centered.
This is big trouble.
Oh, no.
It's stuck. Oh, that is huge. He's running right here towards the back of the pack a little bit. I think he had a loose or a
he thought he had
tire.
A wheel going down.
Yeah,
he thought he had a tire going down.
Must have been, but he was complaining about the right front. It couldn't have been the right front. It had to be one of the rear tires that failed. I think it's left rear, and that's why he's high-sided it. Flat left rear. And what an unfortunate situation. Now he's allowed to get assistance to get pushed off from here. The 14 is definitely going to lose a lap.
That's insult to injury there. You're already in the inside wall and get hit again. And watch this 99 truck.
Burst into flames here underneath. So Brian Silas then brings that 99 to a stop on the backstretch and had a little problem climbing out of that truck.
Yeah, when something's on fire, you
try to get out of there as quick as you can.
Your first concern is just getting away from it. You don't know if it might continue or
could get worse, and so he was just trying to get out.
Yeah, fortunately the fire extinguished itself, but
this one still baffles me to this day. Kyle Busch has a tire going down, and with plenty of time to avoid the crash, Kyle Busch pulls down the racetrack, but Ross Chastain tries to go even lower, almost clipping the grass and clipping Kyle Busch, sending him almost flipping at 1.5 miles, something that you rarely see. Chastain tried to avoid Kyle Busch and just didn't pick the right lane. One of the best things about NASCAR that's totally different than any other motorsport is the use of your bumper. You could push your competitor out of the way and even wreck your competitor. But what you don't want to do is when you're way faster, don't wreck somebody slower than you. They're already having a bad enough day, and the worst thing you could do is make it worse. Well, this is what Ross Chastain did as he wrecked Brendan Poole at Dover as he was running in 4th position. Brendan Poole was trying to get out of the way of Chastain as he was a lap down, and he spun Poole out into Kyle Larson.
See Brendan Poole passing Austin Dillon. Oh, Chastain got in the back of him. Slid up right up in front of him, right in his lap.
And just as Larson slid up the track last week at Talladega in front of Ryan Preece.
He is flying on this restart.
Whoa, look out! Elliott's gone. Keselowski, Reddick, 2 playoff drivers in this wreck. And the car goes over. Tyler Reddick has flipped.
Yep, I'm good.
My goodness, what was the catalyst? How did that start?
This new NASCAR Next Generation race car sure is wild, and at Las Vegas, it put on a wild accident with Tyler Reddick. Tyler Reddick would slide through the grass almost just as Chris Buescher did 2 years prior at Charlotte Motor Speedway. Reddick's car would flip over once, barrel roll, and he would end up back on all 4 wheels. Honestly, it was pretty impressive, but this was one of the strangest crashes I've ever seen. The impressive part was he was able to drive it back to pit road into his pit stall. Unfortunately, he had a lot of internal damage to his vehicle and was unable to continue. But for Reddick, this was pretty wild. Also, in the second race of the NASCAR Next Gen car, Reddick almost had the exact same thing happen to him. Here's a clip at Fontana of him almost flipping over in the grass. During the 2014 Truck Series race at Phoenix, the power went out. Yes, you heard that right. The power went out all over the racetrack during the middle of the Truck Series race. NASCAR had to throw a caution because obviously it was so dark the drivers couldn't even see to race around the racetrack. This is something that does happen from time to time in NASCAR, but usually it's not the entire track. During the first ever race and the first ever practice session of the 2011 season, this happened at Daytona during the Budweiser shootout.
The oil gets hot, obviously the water temperature goes up. So they try to, a lot of teams separate the oil cooler from the radiator, put it on a separate cooling system.
What I just saw right there, Jeff Gordon in the 24 being pushed by Carl Edwards in the 99. It's like they were trying to time as we just had the lights go out on the back straightaway.
Yeah, the backstretch and turn 2 fall to darkness. The track, however, is still green.
But guess what?
Now we're under
Jeff
caution.
Gordon and Carl Edwards have not slowed down.
Yellow's out for the light.
From turn 3 all the way around to the entrance of turn 1 is still fully bathed in light. But turn 2 looks to be on emergency power, and the backstretch is all but dark, especially going into turn number 3. Look at the difference. Now, they're on low power on the back, much as was used at nighttime during the 24-hour race.
24-hour lighting system. Watch this.
So, boom, boom, out go the lights.
But Carl and Jeff Gordon, they never slow down. They just keep digging.
Well, we did a short track race once, Darrell. It was Riverside Park Speedway, a little quarter mile in Massachusetts, and somebody, I know there's somebody, but somebody took a chair and threw it into the breakers and turned off all the lights in the middle of the 50-lap feature.
Wow, what happened?
Everybody stopped. When the lights came on again, all the cars were fine. Everything was fine.
Well, so
but it was just about that eerie. Race car drivers do what they do.
Might be some truth that you could do this with your eyes closed.
Well, I was going to say at 2:03, do you know? Do you care if the lights are on?
No, you just heard Dale Jr. say it was boring.
Not anymore.
During the 2014 5-Hour Energy 400 at Kansas, in the middle of the race, the backstretch lights ended up going out. NASCAR even radioed to the teams, drivers, and spotters to see if it was still visible for them to keep going. And to my surprise, and probably NASCAR's surprise, they all said yes. So they ended up restarting the race with the lights off on the back straightaway. It was pretty cool, I'm not going to lie, to watch cars race at 200 miles per hour in the pitch black down the back straightaway at Kansas. It looked really cool.
Now you're looking down the back straightaway from turn 3. The outside the track lights have gone out. However, along the inside of the back straightaway, there is still plenty of light coming from the lights around from the inside wall, and those lights are specially aimed so as not to create glare for the drivers. Right now, NASCAR polling the drivers over the in-car radios to see if the track is bright enough to go back to green flag racing without those lights along the outside of the backstretch. There are 21 cars on the lead lap. This is what the backstretch looks with the lights on from the outside and with them out.
Well, it happened just under this caution right here.
But we're going to get one to go.
He goes.
Plenty of vision till right about here. It's a little dark in that back straightaway.
Now, he and his teammate, Jimmy Johnson, in that 48 changed just right side tires. They had about 30-something laps on those left sides.
You can argue with me all you want, but Denny Hamlin is probably one of, if not the unluckiest driver in NASCAR. A driver with so many wins and 0 championships. But it's not even the championships that probably haunt him. His luck in racing has been, let's just say, not the best. His luck has been so bad at times, sometimes he's gotten eliminated from playoff races because of a roof hatch that has come undone at Talladega. And this is what happened to him in 2015. The roof hatch came unlatched during the middle of the Talladega race. He was black flagged by NASCAR and he had to mandatory bring it down pit road, and he ended up being eliminated on that day. But that's not even the first time something's come unlatched in his race car. At Watkins Glen, Denny Hamlin's hood came unlatched and it went on top of his windshield, and he had to drive around the track blind. It was pretty crazy.
And the hood is up once again on Denny Hamlin's car riding around the racetrack.
This is the second time we've seen the hood fly off of the 11 of Denny Hamlin. This time, though, it looks as though the hood pins have been knocked out. It wasn't just that the pins weren't put on. It looks as though he may have hit someone and knocked those pins out of the front of that car.
And he's able to continue on because he can see through the flap in the hood. Where the flap opens in case the car spins and keeps it on the ground, that's directly in front of him. So that's blown up, and he's actually looking through that hole. That's how he's able to keep speed.
You will probably only understand this if you're a Dale Jr. fan, but Dale Jr. had some of the most unfortunate things happen to him during his racing career. Just take a look at this. During the 2011 Kentucky race, in its inaugural race at Kentucky, Dale Jr. made a pit stop, came back out on the racetrack, and his tire blew out immediately. I have no words. As a Dale Jr. fan, just unfortunate and junior luck, I guess.
Hold on. Go.
And
40-200.
when you're on old tires, and if you don't change the tires, the danger is picking up something right here. This is where all the garbage and the dirt and pistons off of Jamie McMurray's edge hit, laying down here. And it was just a gas and go. He leaves pit road, he runs up on the apron, and instantly it comes apart. So it went flat from the time he left pit road or left his pit stall there.
Juan Pablo Montoya.
And now Kurt Busch. Oh, trouble. Jeff Gordon, Johnny Benson, Ken Schrader, and Casey Mears. Dave Blaney's in it also. That's turn 3 and 4.
Good run going in the lead lap.
Oh, Jimmy Johnson, the leader. Bouncing off Michael Waltrip's car as he slows for the caution.
What was
Did
that?
he get the grill on it?
He might have.
Let me see here.
No, it looks pretty good. He's okay.
Boy,
Yes, everybody. I believe it's okay. Just tagged the back of the 15. He was sitting there parked to the debris, and there was nowhere else to go except through it, and I slid in the back of him and hit him. Fine. I mean, the grill isn't even punched in. You're fine.
And that's also a rarity. I don't think I've heard a soul say a word about tires.
And that's a beautiful thing.
It is. It really is. I know. Oh, what's this all about? Man, he's got something on his car.
Trouble for Hamlin.
The right front tire is headed toward the infield, right where he is.
What in the world?
like the steering locked to the left, all the way to the left.
And he pulls away as a crewman looks attentively underneath the car.
Now, didn't they change the engine in this car, Larry?
Yes, they did. Yeah, they were going to have to start the race at the back of the dual races on Thursday.
That car, it's just locked full left lock.
Never seen anything like that before.
This is probably one of the worst ways to start off your 2011 season. Denny Hamlin had a mechanical failure before qualifying even started. As you could see, somebody was looking underneath the race car before he took off. He took off to go qualify and his car broke and sent him into the grass. This is probably one of the most freak accidents we've ever seen at Daytona during a qualifying session. Hamlin was unable to complete his qualifying lap and would have to start last in the duels. This has to be one of the most strangest ways to win and lose a race. Down the backstretch during the 2007 Pocono 500, rain began to fall and Jeff Gordon lifted down the backstretch so he wouldn't crash. Ryan Newman would ultimately send it into the tunnel turn side by side with Gordon. But unfortunately for Newman, NASCAR then threw the caution flag, ending the race as the rain came and Gordon took home the victory. Newman was oh so close.
Caution is out at Pocono for rain. And I want to tell you, it was razor close. There are 12 scoring loops around this track. It reverts to the previously passed loop. And it's going to be close between Jeff Gordon and Ryan Newman.
Okay, here you see Newman. This is in between turn 1 and 2. And it's raining hard right here. I think that's why Gordon jumps out of the gas.
And Newman charging hard.
And right here is about where the caution came out. And you see Newman just let off and let him have it. And there's a scoring loop right there. And Wally, they were showing a shot. You can see the rain right here. Yeah. This is a shot they showed, and Wally picked it out the lap before. Like Wally said, it is raining hard over there. And when they got back over there, that's it, man. And if it rains, they're not going to ride around under caution. So we're not going to get to a 114 or a 115 and have to worry about it. Yeah. Because when it's here, it's here. Yeah. And they're not going to get this place dry again if it rains that much. Yeah. That's Letard talking. Look how hard it's raining.
Oh, yeah.
Forget it.
My goodness,
Marty. Oh, sorry. Marty, go ahead.
Well, I was going to say now the dilemma, who pits and who doesn't. Ryan Newman came on the radio when his crew asked him that, and he said, guys, I want to go for the win and not track position, but the win, maybe a moot point at this point. It looks like it's raining a little too hard over there, fellas.
All right, we're hearing from NASCAR. The race has been called. It is an official race, and Jeff Gordon is the winner. It's his 79th career win, his 4th of 2007, his 4th win here at Pocono.
I think Steve Letard's win.
Where Ross was aiming for anyway.
Uh-oh, caution is out. Now that is near the stadium section.
Bubba Wallace.
And there is Bubba Wallace out by the gravel.
That's going to be a vacation for his crew chief, and I think they were trying to get it back, obviously just nursing it back around. If there's the lug nut falls off, and here comes the wheel. Pretty self-explanatory. And why is the penalty so steep? Because of that right there. You see that wheel flying off. That wheel cannot. That's very dangerous to be rolling. A lot of weight, a lot of mass. Do not want that in a grandstand or anything else.
Looks like we might have an issue with our pace car.
Yeah, it's pulled up to the top of the racetrack, and now it's starting to move here. I'm not sure exactly what was going on. They're struggling to get the car to move. We have a cleanup truck pacing the front of the field, so we have that under control. Can they not just push it with another truck, or?
It's a good-looking car.
We're going to put it on display,
Marty.
Rick, you got to love the Martinsville fans. They're literally in 1 and 2 cheering the tow truck about to tow the pace car. That's a new one, isn't it?
Yeah, it just pulls up to the top. I don't know.
And these drivers are they're trying to figure out what to do. because they have to follow the pace car.
And Chase is like, I don't want to pass you, but man,
Right.
I don't think I'm allowed to stop right here.
This still is probably the weirdest thing to ever happen at Martinsville. The NASCAR pace car was pacing the field around during the playoff race in 2023, and it stopped. It just stopped working. They had to get a tow truck out and push it off the track and get it out of the way because it was causing a huge mess between the pack and the leaders. At the time, Chase Elliott didn't know if he could even pass the pace car. He almost stopped and almost caused a wreck under caution. That would have been even worse and a bigger disaster. But they had to get this big pickup truck to be the pace car for a couple laps until they can get the backup pace car out. Apparently, they do have backup pace cars for issues like this. In 2022, during the Coca-Cola 600 practice session, Kaz Grella's hood flew open and he had to drive around the entire racetrack blinded. I still have no idea how he was able to do it because these NASCARs are hard enough as it is to see as you're surrounded like a cocoon in the car. But crazy enough, he was able to drive it all the way back around with 3 minutes left in the practice session. If you've enjoyed this video, please hit the like and subscribe button down below. Also, if you've liked this video, I'm pretty sure these videos will catch your eye also.